Another job interview in me. I don't have another one in me. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. I don't have anything about myself. Actually, I'm not real. I'm not real. I wake up and every single day is the same. Give me the job. Please. Please give me the job. Oh my God. I can't. Tell me about yourself. What makes you qualified? Well, how would you, I don't know. But I know I can work. What's your greatest strength? What's your greatest weakness? I don't know. I almost broke down in tears. I don't know. What's my greatest strength and weakness? Why do we have to do this every time? Just give me the goddamn job.
I'm starting to be over the job application process. It's starting to piss me off. Why is it that every application these days does not just allow me to submit a PDF of my resume? I have to submit a PDF of my resume and also type out every single bullet point, line by line, in their own sort of system. Are they gonna answer me back after I spend an hour doing that? Probably not. They're probably gonna ghost me forever. But if they do give me a job interview, guess what? They're not gonna read my resume. They're not gonna read the resume info that I typed into their portal. Instead, they're gonna make me describe line by line what my resume said because they didn't read it. They're also gonna quiz me on their own company. They're gonna say, why do you wanna work here? And if I don't know the mission and vision statement and the exact dynamics of their company and how it relates to my moral code, I'm not gonna get the job. I'm expected to send a follow-up thank you email after every single interview, and they're not even expected to tell me if they don't give me the job.
America is telling me that there's so many jobs abundant, and I've been applying for 2 years. I graduated 2 years ago with a degree in marketing, and I have not been able to find a job. Where are they? Like, if you have a job right now, how'd you get it? And was it like nepotism? Like, were you handed the job? Like, I have no idea how people are getting jobs. Honest to God, I get ghosted by companies left and right. They say that the dating world right now is crazy with like ghosting. Hell no. Have you tried finding a job in 2025? You get ghosted left and right. I did a 2-part interview with a company that ended up ghosting me. I followed up with them 3 separate times to hear nothing back. No, like, hey, you could have worked on this, or like, no, you didn't get the job. Nothing. And like, I was so excited. I was like very confident I got the job, but yeah. So, lesson learned, if you have a job right now, do not leave it. If you just graduated, good luck, unless like you know someone. I've even gone the referral process, so I don't really know actually. Yeah, I'm looking for any advice. Like, if you're able to find a job right now, like, kudos to you, but help a girl out, because I don't want to do dog walking and dog sitting forever. Thank you.
An option to pursue going into the trades. More women need to do it. And this is especially for the girlies who like, oh, you just went through a really like long-term breakup or something, and you're like, I need to change my life drastically. I need to do something different. I don't want to go to school, but I want to have a career. I need to learn discipline. I want to be strong and look hot in a uniform. Okay, right? And they're like, ooh, I should join the military. No, you should join the trades. Don't join the military. Okay, the trades. Yeah, and you probably think, oh, well, then I need to go to trade school. Not necessarily. And maybe you want to go to trade school. If you do go to trade school, a lot of union trades and contractors will reimburse you for your tuition if you get passing grades. That doesn't even mean A's, like C's, passing grades, and you will get reimbursed. Typically. But they most places don't even require you to go to trade school. That's just if you want to, usually. And they do have required like trainings that they send you off to, but those are free to you. You don't pay for it. You might pay for like your transportation sometimes, but some unions even reimburse you for your travel and stuff like that, or even offer you a place to stay while you're doing your usually quarterly trainings.
She is right. There is a lot to be said for the trades. A lot of people look down on it because in this country we've been basically brainwashed to think that you have to go to college and you have to get a degree and you have to do all this and that. Honestly, college is nothing but a propaganda machine, and just look at the millions of people that still can't find work even after spending 4 years in college, going into hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, all for what? Don't look down on those trades. I'm telling you right now, plumbers, electricians, some of these guys, HVAC techs, these guys make good money. And a lot of them have their own businesses.
Consider the trades.
Like, hey, we're not going to move forward past your resume, right? They decided to ask, okay, thank you so much, but I'd like to just know why you decided not to move past my resume. Like, what's your feedback on my resume? Finding out that the recruiter didn't actually look at the resume. They were just going off of the ATS response. The ATS rejected them, and the recruiter didn't. So the recruiter went back to look at the resume to give them a response, only to find out that they liked their experience and went, actually, you know what? We would really like to have an interview with you. You're pretty qualified and think you would be a good fit. So let's move you forward with an interview. We change our mind. Isn't that bonkers? Isn't that crazy? Advocate for yourself, okay? Please don't take rejections as is.
So let me get it straight. You a job and you hiring. I apply. I may not qualify, even though you're entry level. I apply. I may not qualify. You tell me I don't get a position. But if you was to hire me, you gotta train me. So that means, bitch.
I don't think most people realize how dehumanizing it is to be unemployed in the current job market, especially if the reason that you don't have a job is not necessarily your fault. If you've never thought about it before, every single aspect of your life is tied to your job. Your ability to go out with your friends, have dinner, see a movie, tied to your job. Your ability to have healthcare and see your doctor, tied to your job. Your ability to go to therapy, tied to your job. Your ability to do literally anything that costs money, tied to your job. So then when your job is taken away and you no longer have a source of income, it's horrible. You have people out here who just went to college or maybe have been out of college for a year. They thought they did what you're supposed to do. They tell you, oh, if you go to college, you're going to be able to get a career. You're going to find a job super easily. And these people have been out of college for a year and they can't find a job. And then you have people like me who have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and got their first job back in 2013. And I can't find a job. I don't know what happened and when it switched, but I used to get every single job that I applied for. Okay, I was always the person at my jobs who trained the new employees, and now I can't find a job. I went from having a manager who would buy me cupcakes and a director who would send me Christmas presents to that manager then being replaced by the Wicked Witch of the West. And because of her, I no longer have a job. And I have been searching and searching for months. I've applied to more jobs than I have ever applied to in my entire life, and I can't find anything because there are more fake jobs on LinkedIn than there are real jobs. So before you ask that unemployed person in your life why they haven't found a job yet, maybe consider that we are trying. We're trying. But the job market is different. And unless you have been there and you have experienced how hard it is to find a job right now, you need to stop asking me why I haven't found a job because I'm losing my mind.
It's kind of funny listening to all these people complain about the circumstances. And I get it. You know, things have changed, times have changed, people have changed. When you're in school, you're not taught how to provide for yourself. You're not taught how to start a business, how to run that business, how to scale that business. You are taught through school, through college, how to get a job.
I work in email marketing. Didn't know that exists, but I do. And it's not called email marketing. It's called lifecycle marketing. It's called CRM. It's called every name in the book but email marketing, but that's what I do all day. And it's just like people are so shocked when I say I work in email marketing because they're like, there's a team for that? Baby, there's a team that just makes buttons all day. There's a team for everything. You just don't know the name of it, and it's so frustrating because I don't know why they make it so hard to find the names of this shit. Like, why do they make it so gatekeepy?
I've been thinking about this lately, right? And I was looking for another per diem job just to add on the side to like pick up here and there, right? And every single place that I was applying to said things like, we don't need anybody right now. We're doing okay. We have too many applicants, whatever, right? And it was funny because I knew people that work at said hospitals, and they said that every single unit was short-staffed. They were drowning almost every single night. Their patient ratios were crazy. Their acuity was crazy. And I was like, well, I'm being told that they don't need people and that they're doing okay. So who's lying? Okay. And again, I was thinking about this again recently because the hospital where I work at right now, it's been crazy. The acuity has been through the roof. The patient ratios have been crazy. And I'm like, we need more people on board. Please, like bring more people onto the ship. We need help. And we have heard all the things like people either don't want to pick up, which I get, or, you know, we're working on hiring people, which is what they always say. And then I see all these agency, right? And before you guys say anything, I love agency, okay? I love that they're able to come in, they're able to help. If I could do agency, I would, okay? But I just don't understand. Like, the people that work staff are now being pissed because they kept being called off and canceled on the days that they're supposed to come in because they need to pay these agency people to come in, right? Otherwise they lose money. But it's insane because, like, so clearly you do have enough money to pay all this agency staff to come in and work for you, but you don't have money to pay your own staff and give them bonuses or a higher rate per hour. Like, what's the problem here, right? And what I came down to, the conclusion I came down to, is they want us to be understaffed. They want us to be understaffed. They don't want to bring on more people onto the ship. Even agency, like the hospital where I work at right now, there are a lot of agency, but throughout the year, I don't really see that. Like, they really, oh my God, they really wait till the last minute where everybody's like ready to jump off the ship to bring agency, right?
And so what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of these companies, a lot of these organizations, the reason they don't bring on more staff is because there's a little thing called comp, taxes, all the things that go along with hiring somebody full-time. When you hire an agency, that agency is the one that's responsible for all the excess that's caused from hiring extra staff.
Liz, you're going to want to bookmark this. Instead of going on LinkedIn to look for a job, I suggest you go to onetonline.org. Instead of going to Indeed to look at job postings, try builtin.com. Instead of looking on Glassdoor for jobs, go to usajobs.gov. There's tons of government jobs there. Instead of going to Monster to look for jobs, you're going to want to check out Hiring Cafe. Don't go to ZipRecruiter. Instead, go look for jobs on Google Jobs. Don't go to Craigslist for jobs. Instead, you want to go check out levels.fyi. Instead of snag a job, go to dice.com. There are tons of new job boards out there besides the old ones you've been looking for. These newer job boards have better search features, have better roles that are posted, and just make it a lot easier for you to find these jobs. The thing that I like about some of these job boards is that there are less ghost jobs on there, and smaller organizations are featured and easier to find. While I think LinkedIn has been the top of the game for a while, the algorithm is really difficult and sometimes suppresses opportunities for you. So I suggest, if you're job searching right now, to expand your reach by looking on different sites, and those are places I suggest you start. Good luck on your job search.
You know, that last lady there, she has some good points. Again, I'm not in the job market, but for those of you that are, or that are struggling, trying to get better, I haven't looked up these other online platforms, but she's right. Sometimes things get kind of stale, and that's what people are used to looking at. I had no idea that a lot of these jobs on Indeed or Monster, they're ghost jobs. No idea. And if that's really a thing, then yeah, rewind the video and play back what she said and go look at some of the other options that she has out there. Anyway, I'm about to jump off here. Please make sure that you hit the like button for the algorithm. It does make a difference. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Later.